This is Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on his own. Charlie Edwards.
Always a pleasure.
My man?
Yeah, I'm
Mate,
good,
always
man.
Always a pleasure. You got that
always
right. Always
a pleasure. Yeah, I'm good, man. A bit downhearted because my pal Levi tonight got beat by Ben Marksley, but Ben put on a good performance. To be fair, he looked really good in there. Levi will come back. But yeah, I flew in from Portugal 6:30 this morning. So yeah, long day here, and it's absolutely freezing cold
Baltic,
up here in Newcastle. It's Baltic, mate. That's being polite. Like, I'm not built for this anymore. But I've also come here. Obviously, I'm with Wasserman as well, so it's good to reconnect with Nissa, have a few conversations and chats to what's coming up next year, 2025. Yeah, it seems all systems go. We've got a lot of options on the table. Of what potentially could be the next fight. So yeah, I'm positive. You know, like a year ago, I would have begged and prayed and bit anyone's hand off to be in a position I am in now, and I'm grateful for that.
There is one thing you've done wrong.
What?
Left your puffer in the airport.
Mate, do you know what? I've got a lot on my mind. I've got a lot on my plate. You know, I'm self-managed. You know, I've got my brother's big fight next week against the Yafais. I'm preempting all how I'm going to build the fight week and how I'm going to just stick one in them again and just wind them up and get them to bite on a few things.
And because of that, your puffer's now in a Costa Coffee somewhere.
Yeah, now my old body warmer, mate, it got left behind. It's sad.
You've got bigger fish to fry.
Bigger fish to fry,
no one cares
exactly.
About jackets, man.
Just like Paul Butler, now he get left behind. Pulled out of a purse bids against me, didn't want to fight me, and work injury and all that. And now, bigger fish to fry, get left behind, left on the shelf.
I guess that
Elf on the shelf, is it?
I guess that brings me swiftly to that topic. I think the official wording is relinquishes his place as a contender. How did you feel when you saw that on the day of the purse bids?
Don't say I didn't warn you. I've been speaking it for a long time. I knew it was going to happen. Yeah, I knew it was going to happen, but like I said now, Paul Butler is irrelevant. He's dropped out of all of the world rankings, and I'm pretty sure he might have retired. I'm not sure if he's announced it, but it seems to me that the only way you can go after not wanting a fight, I don't know what the injury was supposed to be. I didn't see no medical evidence or anything like that. So I suppose maybe he goes off into retirement. He's had a good career, fair play to him. And yeah, I wish him all the best in his next endeavours, whatever that will be.
Yeah. I know this is something we spoke about when Yafai retired. When there's bad blood during a career, when time passes, do you think that can fade a little bit? Like, could you imagine you and Paul? I mean, you're going to cross paths. You're in the same game, being ringside at an event in 2 years' time, shaking hands, sitting down, chewing the fat.
Yeah, do you know what? Like, it's the old boxing game, innit? Like, Paul.
It's a small world, isn't it?
It's a small world. Listen, Cal thing is still going on now because it's Edwards versus Yafai, so it's at the forefront of my mind. Do you know what I mean? Like, but it goes to show that I'm the most avoided fighter in Great Britain right now. After all this inactivity, all that time in the dark. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Like, what was it when I got offered to fight Cal when Eddie wanted to do it? I accepted it on 6 weeks' notice. A low crack purse as well at that time, and he pulled out. So, and then with this Butler situation, I knew it was going to happen. So, it is what it is. I suppose, like you said, bigger fish to fry. The Yafais will get it next week because it's Edwards versus Yafai, and we have to play our part and build the fight in the correct manner. I'll get them biting. I'll wind them up. Who knows what I might do? I might throw a table in the air, do an old Derek Chisora. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So who knows what next week's going to bring? It's going to be an entertaining one, a fun one. I already got a bite on socials with Gamal. I always get them too confused. Gamal. I offered him out. Come back down. Can you make super bantamweight? I'll fight you. Do you know what I mean? Get you a payday. You know, you don't have to do your pad sessions to get 50
need
quid
someone
an hour.
who's willing to fight.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so it is what it is. But yeah, no, all jokes aside, I have got bigger fish to fry. Some interesting conversations being had, and
world level conversations.
Yeah, world level conversations being had. So we're just getting the deal back and forward. I ain't going to drop it right now, but looking like a world title eliminator if the deal can get agreed and I'm not getting shafted in any other way, you know. I'm highly ranked in the IBF and highly ranked in the WBC. And like I said, I've got the options now, so I'm in the power position.
Mate, the time is coming. The time is coming. In terms of next week, I guess we're going to get some viral moments from, pre-fight we're going to get some viral moments, and I'm sure we're going to get a pretty banging fight to end it.
It's going to be it's going to be a great week.
I didn't really know how to start this because obviously the fight is the most important thing, but I know we're going to have fun in the build up to the fight. Yeah, so from Wednesday to Saturday, it's going to be a right laugh.
Yeah, when the Edwards are involved, we always have fun with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, the Edwards name is more predominantly bigger than the Yafai name, even though there's 3 of them. And that's because we know how to play the game, and we know that the show business side of things, where they're quiet, boring, a bit thick, you know. So I don't think they're quick enough to come up against the Edwards in that manner. However, I did see a bit of Galal giving a bit of cheekiness on the last build-up when he was saying about put Sonny's face on this poster. Oh, no, sorry, can't. Something shit like that. But we'll see what they bring on fight week, you know. They might shock us. They might come with some lines and some good little moves. But only time's going to tell. We'll play the game. We'll have fun with it. We love boxing. It's our life. It has been from kids. And when it comes to fight week, that's the best time of your career. Do you know what I mean? It's moments that last memories for a lifetime. So we're going to make the most of it. And it should be fun. I look forward to it.
I guess you could say you're going into the Lion's Den, going into Birmingham as well. Does that make much of a difference?
I don't know. I've seen Gamal Yafai like begging people to buy tickets on his Facebook, like constantly posting. So I don't know how it's the Lion's Den. We'll see. Are
you expecting there to be a nice, like a solid crowd in terms of tickets sold?
I don't even know. I don't know. I think it will sell. It's a great fight, so I think the fight sells itself. Whether they're all for Yafai, I'm not sure. I don't think they've got a big following in Birmingham. I'm surprised they didn't put the show in Sheffield because Sonny actually does draw a big crowd in Sheffield. So Sonny's kind of had that mindset of if the tickets sell, they sell. I ain't going to push them. Like if they had put it in Sheffield, I would have gummed them and pushed them all out, and it would be I'm an away fighter. So that's how Sonny's going in it as. He don't really care. He knows it's going to sell anyway because it's a good fight. But we'll see if they have sold tickets. Like begging to take tickets. That's what it's coming across like on Facebook. Maybe I'm wrong and they've sold the whole stadium and it's going to be Yafai. But when Sonny starts dancing under them lights and making him miss and making him fall over his front foot and getting frustrated, it will soon go quiet.
Well, I was going to ask you how you think the fight would go. Now we're a week out, but you've just answered that. One thing I do want to get your opinion on, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Where do you stand?
Where do I stand? Like
absolute bank robbery job.
The greatest heist in boxing history.
Financially.
From the face of boxing.
You physically can't knock it.
From the face of boxing,
Mike?
Jake Paul.
Mike.
It's great, isn't it? Like, it just goes to show you, in this day and age, if you have a good promotional strategy, you can sell anything. You know, like obviously Jake's got a big following, you know, and he's obviously pumping a lot of money into. You see the build-up. Even at times, I was questioning, like, nah, this has surely got to be a proper fight. Like, look at these two going at it. Like, this is a proper fight. And then, like, my little man in the boxing brain is like, fucking snap out of it, Charlie, you stupid twat. Do you know what I mean? He's a 58-year-old man. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think my boxing brain told me all along that it was, but I think everyone just loves it and gets caught up in the build-up and the hype behind it all because, let's be real.
It's fun. Getting caught in the hype is fun.
Yeah, the documentary, like, what was we watching? Like,
Someone's trying to...
It's definitely not Cal or Paul Butler, that's for sure. They ain't knocking at no door. Yeah, weren't either one of them, that's for sure.
But But yeah, no, I think it's good fun getting caught up in the hype and the.
I do. I think it's great. It brings you back. Like, we all grew up watching WWF wrestling. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
mate, do you know what? This just shows, and I don't want to
and-
make you feel like an old man. This just shows the little bit
I am
of
F,
an age
not
gap
even
between
E.
me and you. Yeah, I'm an E.
Yeah, you're
I'm
an
a
E.
WWE.
I was the old school.
But I was early E.
Yeah. But it did change to E while I was involved. But that's why I say WWF. You know, like the build-up, the interviews, the backstage. It's like it's all half choreographed. And we all get caught up in that because in this day and age, we all love a bit of drama. We all love the like, is it going to be a real fight? Isn't it going to be a real fight? Like, we all get caught up in like giving an opinion on something, and everyone had an opinion on that. Like my wife's mum, who's like nearly 80, knew Mike Tyson was fighting. Didn't know Jake Paul was fighting, but that just shows it's gone over generations now. So it's like. It's a crazy world and crazy time to be alive, but it's entertainment. It's sports entertainment. Am I sad for boxing? Of course. But then, does Jake Paul bring more kids into the sport of boxing? Of course.
See, this was something that me and Mick Conlon were talking about yesterday. And Mick Conlon said, in terms of the Jake Paul viewership and those who tuned in to watch specifically Jake Paul, so Jake Paul's audience, he said they won't be tuning in to Callum Simpson fight for the British title on Sky Sports. So that audience isn't directly transcending over. But you say that maybe they will.
Yeah, but they're the next generation. So if they look at Jake Paul and think, oh my God, he's a boxer, he's my idol, I want to be a boxer. So
just for them getting into gyms.
And they go down the boxing gym. And then how do you know where they're going to go? Because it's the initial spark moment. He is becoming the face of boxing, I'm afraid to say. When the likes of Daniel Dubois, heavyweight champion, is sliding in your DMs offering you a shot at the heavyweight crown, good publicity stunt, market, but you're still doing it, which still gives him the face, and then Arthur Berbatov's doing it as well. It's like, and then someone else, I think Oscar De La Hoya was saying about Zerdo fighting him. It's like, wow, like how can you argue with him? Everyone's feeding him what he wants, but do you know what? It's a mad time to be alive, and you just got to roll with it, ain't you? I might go Misfits next. I might go fight some influencer.
What celebrities would you have on your radar? Have you got anyone that you've had like beef with over the years, be it like on Twitter
I don't
or?
have beef with them. Do you know what I mean? I don't even.
Is there not like a rapper
to be honest,
out there?
I don't really follow celebrities. Do you know what I mean? I get occasionally that I look like and sound like Professor Green, so maybe it can be pro green versus pro green.
I like that. You don't follow celebrities, you just follow Sun and Sea.
That's it.
Oh, in Portugal.
Just Sun and Sea.
Just Sun and Sea, nothing else.
Nothing else.
Yeah, mate, what a pleasure.
Always.
Good to speak to you. I know
Nice,
Cyrus Pattinson is kind of getting his hands wrapped, and there's a
Getting
bit of
in his
music
groove.
in the change
I
room.
feel like doing
so
a 1-2 step.
getting in the groove. Just a final word for your fans who I guess are waiting on a fight announcement, and I guess we'll speak again next week, and
we'll
hopefully there'll be something maybe announced or not next week.
I don't know if it will be announced. Like we're in talks back and forward about something, so we're just kind of waiting. It's not going. I don't think it's going to be announced anytime soon, but we're getting closer. And yeah, you'll be seeing a lot more of my ugly face over the next week, I suppose, with
Female viewership on the stomping grounds going through the roof.
next week, and who knows what's going to happen next week? Who knows what antics I'm going to pull? Who knows if there's going to be some back and forward, some splitting up fights and that. Like, who knows what's going on? But no, it's all fun and games. Edwards versus Yafai, Bloodline. Tune in next week. It's going to be a great build-up. It's going to be a great fight. Although we banter and we take the piss out of the Yafais, and they give it back to us, like, it's the sport of boxing. It's a proper fight. Two great fighters going against each other. Olympic gold medalist Galal Yafai, former world champion Sonny Edwards. I could say Sonny Edwards Olympic gold medalist because he did beat Galal Yafai, so he would have gone on to win the gold had Rob McCracken not had favoured his own fighter. But tune in, it's going to be a great week, a great fight night, and Sonny Edwards all day, baby.
That was a heck of a goodbye.